What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. We are back again. Big up all the real ones in the building. It is Tuesday, the 30th of July, 2024. And we're back again to talk about Arsenal and these other fraudulent clubs, as we usually do. Make sure we are hitting up the like button. All of that. Big up the real ones in the building. We appreciate you guys, man. Sorry, again, 10 minutes late. Do apologize. Got caught on the phone and running late making a coffee as well. You know how it goes. Big up the coffee gang. Come on, man. We can't start the stream without a coffee. It just doesn't make any sense. Big up my Mia's in the building. Big up my guy Alex. Big up AFC always. We've got Adam in the building. Adam Crocker. We've got Nor in the building. Adam Lee AFC in the building. Come on. Footy chats. We've got Johan. My guy Nathan Hawthorne's here as well. Big up all the members. Much appreciate you guys. Tope's here. Come on, man. Big up John, big up Trapstar. Yeah, man, we're going to be talking Arsenal today. It's looking good. Is it looking good? I mean, is it looking good? I mean, I can see a lot of fans are really happy with the signing of Calafiori. He has officially been announced, as we do know. Mikel Arteta smiling. There's a lot of videos going around on the Arsenal website as well as the Arsenal Twitter account. Behind the scenes and the Calafiori signing and the revealing of that deal. I mean, that's pretty awesome that we've got that over the line. But who's next? Who is next, ladies and gentlemen? Who are Arsenal going to be bringing in next? I mean, we've been sitting on this Calafiori deal for about 2 months. Even Calafiori says it himself. He says, listen, I've been talking to you guys for 2 months. It's about time we got this deal done. ESR's also left. Officially, here we go for Fabrizio Romano, guys. And there's a lot of tears online. I'm not too sure if I'm going to be shedding any tears. Come on, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Come on, I understand he come through the academy and that, but there's a lot of people, emotional online at the moment. And ESR has joined Fulham. Wax, you good, my G? I'm very, very well, man. Very, very well. Mrs. Is she good? Yeah, she's all good. She should be home today. Tomorrow the latest, man. So we're getting there. Gyokeres, yes. I mean, this is the guy, guys. This is the guy. There's a lot of PR online now, all of a sudden, for Gyokeres. A lot of the Arsenal fans are jumping on the bandwagon. They're finally catching up. We were telling them about Gyokeres time ago, man. But it does look like Arsenal was serious about Gyokeres. So this could be the cherry on top of the cake. This could be the signing that seals the Premier League this season. I mean, Calafiori gives you 95%. That striker, and obviously the central midfielder as well. We can't forget that. So let's say 90%. Calafiori gives you 90%. You add that striker, you add that midfielder, that central midfielder, and surely you have to carry the team over the line. You have to get the team over the line. We got my guy Jack in the building. We got H as well. Jack says the amount of overprotection of Calafiori already before he's kicked the ball is laughable. Arteta with a press conference with his puppets, i.e. AFTV. Yeah, I even heard Robbie in there. Look, them man are in. Big them up, man. No hate whatsoever. You guys can feel however you want to feel. Big up AFTV though, man. It's been a crap transfer window, as you described there. It's not been as active as previous summers, but it is what it is. Teams are getting business done. Man United look active. Chelsea are on the verge of agreeing a fee with Napoli. Well, not even a fee; it's a loan move for Viktor Gyökeres. So we're probably going to see Viktor Gyökeres in the Premier League this season, playing at Chelsea, his favourite club. For those that don't know. And Lukaku going the other way, he will be joining Napoli, but that will be a permanent move. Chelsea loan. It was crazy how we've been told about 100 million for Viktor Gyökeres or 120 million for Viktor Gyökeres, and all of a sudden, Chelsea are going to get him on a loan. Now, I know there's going to be an obligation to buy, but these men have been holding out for some big money, like trying to scare teams away, and then you're just going to accept a loan. I mean, yeah. I don't know, boy. They're just probably happy to get Lukaku over the line, and maybe Lukaku will be able to replicate what Viktor Gyökeres been doing there over the past couple of years. Who knows? Number 33, Italian style. To be honest, guys, I'm actually looking forward to Calafiori. Let's put Calafiori on the screen first of all. we'll start with Calafiori and then we move on to everyone else that we're going to be talking about in the stream. Make sure we are hitting up the like button, all that type of stuff. Listen, I'm looking forward to seeing Calafiori, the new age Paolo Maldini, they're calling him. Great to work. Look, 45 minutes ago, Arsenal talking about Calafiori hopping off the transit straight into training. The guy isn't playing, but it's good that it's finally done and dusted. What do we expect of this player? Is this player going to come in and hit the ground running? I think he's got the qualities to do that. I think he's got enough time to do that as well. And just looking at his ability on the ball and what he can do, watching Italy and Euros and watching Bologna last season, or going back on clips of Bologna last season, because I can't lie, I wasn't really watching Bologna last season. But since we've been linked with Calafiori, going back, looking at what he's produced, and I'm telling you now, man, this guy looks like a proper aggressive, intimidating player, like brave, committed. He's always on it, always on it. I'm just looking at him here, bro. I see a cunning resemblance to Kai Havertz. I'm not too sure if you guys see it. This is Kai Havertz with long hair. But yeah, this based on what I've seen, this guy looks like a phenomenal signing. I know there's a lot of people that are happy with this one. And it's finally over. It's finally done and dusted. We can now move on to the next player. Who is that next player going to be? Before we talk about the next players, Calafiori, where are we going to play Calafiori? There's a lot of people that assume he's going to be playing as a centre-back. He's going to be replacing Saliba or Gabriel Magalhaes if they get injured or needs, to be rotated. Imagine if we get Gyokeres. It's going to be crazy. It's curtains. We get a midfielder and a striker. Like, for real, like, listen, there is no excuses after that. Like, I can't hear seconds next season. I can't hear second. Oh, we've got to look at the context. We had a good run. No. This is the season where we've got to win it. No to Rafinha, please, man. Absolutely. I don't think we need Rafinha. I think bringing Rafinha in just kind of upsets what we've got going on. It upsets it. We don't necessarily need him. We've got Jesus that can play on the right. Martinelli can play on the right. Trossard can play. We've got players that can rotate. And if worse comes to worse, we can always bring in a young player. Come on, man. You got Charles Sago Jr. there. He can play on the right. This is a guy that he can fill in. I mean, we're not going to necessarily need to rely on him. That's not what we're saying here. But we're basically saying that we've got enough depth in those wider areas whereby we don't necessarily need a Rafinha. And if we do need extra depth, we can bring in a young player. Because the players that we've got in those positions, in my opinion, are good enough. Now, I know in the future, we're going to probably need to look at getting a right winger. But then if you think about it, this time that we give to maybe a Charles or to another young player that's in the team that can play on the right wing, that might enable us to then find that player. And then we don't have to spend the money, because that Charles, he could be the player, or whoever we decide to promote could be the player. So yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. But this is a great chance on that right wing. That right wing position right now is a great chance for a young player to come in and show what they've got. 110%. And then get mentored directly by Saka. Come on, bruv. Come on, it makes sense. That makes sense. Forget signing the right winger. Wineri has looked impressive in pre-season. He's someone that looks like he could play out wide, but he's definitely someone that plays as an 8. But he's looked good. He's definitely up there with one of the best young English talent, let's be honest. It's just about him getting game time now with the senior players and demonstrating his qualities in a competitive game. Arteta said there will be more signings. And listen, I don't doubt it. I do believe there's going to be another 2 signings at a bare minimum. Another 2 first-team players, first-team players that walk in and just push man for their position. Wax, we don't have cover for Odegaard if he gets injured. I don't trust Fabio Vieira to replace him. Well, I was going to say Fabio Vieira would be the go-to replacement. As you guys know, my feelings towards Fabio, but this is the season where he needs to step up. This is the season where Fabio, in my opinion, needs to step up. You can't be injured. You can't be sitting on the sidelines. You can't be coming off the bench and being invisible. You can't be starting and being invisible. You need to actually show and prove this season. This is the season where you've had enough time to adapt. You have enough time to know what life's like in the Premier League. You understand your teammates to the fullest. There's no reason to shy away from asking for the ball. There's no reason to, not want to get on the ball. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And that's one thing I get from Fabio sometimes. He picks up space and he's not calling for the ball. And he's not showing no real willingness to want to get onto the ball. So, yeah, that's what he needs to do, man. Just step up mentally and get on it. Didn't Fabrizio say Arsenal are backing for Gyökeres? Yep, he did say that. This is what I'm saying. We've got good news, man. We've got good news. Arsenal are becoming active. That's what I'm saying. Big up Roston. He says we need a forward and I want that title. Exactly that. Arteta said there will be no more signings. I've read that. Just not Rice type signings. Wax Bell Edu and tell him Gyökeres. Bro. If I had him on speed dial, I'll be hollering at this guy, I tell you. Kai would fill in if Odegaard gets injured. Nah, man, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it'll be Fabio. Because you know what? Like we're taking away. We're taking away from our attacking options if we put Kai in the center. And I just don't think Kai is, good enough in the number 8. I've seen it enough. Maybe he might improve. Maybe he might prove us wrong. But you know what I mean? Only 17 days until the Premier League starts. That's extremely interesting. Are we going to have another player over the line? Another 2 players over the line by then? Maybe in these next 2 weeks, Arsenal might become extremely active and say, here we go, Viktor Gyökeres, we need you in before the first game of the season. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to sign your marquee signings after the first game of the season. Anyone that you sign after the first game of the season are more or less, young players, future players, you know what I mean? Or maybe a bit part player, maybe someone like, like a contingency. That's probably the best way to call it, a contingency plan, a contingency signing, just in case someone leaves, you might have, I don't know, let's just throw any name out there. Thomas Partey as an example. Thomas Partey in the last week of the season might say, you know what, Arsenal, I want to leave. I want to leave. If he does that, we need to sort something out, isn't it? So, but other than that, all the marquees need to be done before the first game of the season. I'm pretty sure last season Mikel Arteta wanted it before the 1st of July, which made a lot of sense, but that wasn't the case this year. Fabio needs to be put on some weights, bro. I don't even think it's weights. I think it's a mentality thing. I just think he needs to grow some balls and just let his teammates know that he's that guy. Like, come on, bro. Show your teammates that you always want the ball. Always want to get on the ball. That's it. Because I know Fabio's got the qualities. When he gets on the ball, he's not going to be misplacing passes. He's going to be picking out sick passes. He's going to be connecting patterns that, we wouldn't have seen. He's got intelligence. He just needs to grow and be a bit more ballsy, blood. I tell you. Trust me. This is the season. This is the season anyway, guys. This is the season. When Fabio Vieira cooks this season, I know a bag of you are going to be coming to me saying, Wax, you were right, bro. Fabio is that guy. I'm telling you, he's that guy. He needs to grow a little bit. He needs to grow. But we'll see. We'll see. I could be wrong, and I'm here to be proven wrong. That's how it works. Anyway. Let's move on. So Mikel Arteta wants to get 2 more signings in this window, ladies and gentlemen. Who are those signings going to be? Who is next? We've been linked with Leroy Sané. This was the mystery signing, ladies and gentlemen. He's still being linked at this moment in time, according to TNT Sports. Arsenal are keeping a close eye on the Bayern Munich midfielder. Mikel Arteta could be building a monster of a squad. So that's like one of the recent reports that come out over the past 24 hours. And we had Team and Ticks. Is it Team and Ticks? They kind of elaborated on this one. They basically said that Leroy Sané was the mystery signing. He was the mystery German that we're being told about. Mystery German, Leroy Sané, Man really thought, when they kind of tried to, it's bullshit. It was bullshit. Where is it then? Where is the mystery signing? Oh, let's go back to, let's see what this guy said. I'm pretty sure I retweeted this. You flipping frauds. These guys just literally lie between their teeth every single day. Every single bumper clock day. Where is this? Okay, here we go. So this way they're saying. On reports linking Leroy Sané to Arsenal, I believe this is / was, as termed like par tense, like we're no longer interested anymore. The mystery German player. The other day I got an update that it is off. You should have put the off in capital letters, mate. Because Bayern Munich couldn't secure their targets. It was straight fraudulent. That's what it was. It was straight fraudulent press media talking nonsense. That, what was he? The car salesman. The car salesman, come on, he knew what he was doing. Ever since then, I have seen a bag of videos of that car salesman trying to link up with certain celebrities, you know, looking for clout. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. And big up Rowe, big up the guys that were in the WhatsApp group that basically said, listen, this is what people do. This is what people do. People will use Arsenal's name because they know it will give them traction. I wish we would get the same over here, man. Bloody hell. No, but you know, they're using Arsenal's name so they can get traction on their social media. And yeah, man, it looks like that was bang on the money. And we've got people like Team and Tix. You know, I don't know who the hell Team and Tix is. Does he have a name? Team and Tix. What type of dons are these, man? Come on. And Charles Watts is endorsing this. He's got this guy and he's on his platform on a regular basis, trying to make out this guy some reliable source. You know, and now, you know, allegedly the deal is off. Arsenal don't want Leroy Sané anymore, or, you know, Bayern Munich don't want to sell him because they couldn't secure their signings. What kind of waffle is this? Come on, guys. Can't fall for this, you know, fugazi antics, bro. Fugazi sources, fugazi antics, bro. Just pure, man, these men are moving weird, bro. Anything for clicks. That's what they're doing now. That's what they're doing right now on these transfers, man. So, yeah, the mystery signing was Leroy Sané, but it is now off. It is now off, and we will no longer be pursuing this one. I mean, I wouldn't have cared. And a mystery. I thought they were going to bring us Wirtz. I thought they was going to bring us Musiala. I thought they was going to bring us some young gem. Arsenal was spending 150 million on the best young wonder kid in Germany. Man's telling me about Leroy Sané, you know. Bloody hell. It's crazy. It's crazy. Someone got this impression that Yuri and Timber wasn't too impressed when he saw Calafiori. And it's so mad because I felt some type of mad energy from Yuri and Timber. I don't know, you know. Yuri and Timber's been here for a year now. He's been here for a year now. Obviously, he's been injured. We do know. We do know. But I'm just not too sure. Like, I've got a feeling that we're going to have a player on our hands that might have a bad attitude. That might have. I mean, I'm only just making assumptions here and chatting bare waffle myself, but I feel like we might have a player with a bad attitude on our hands, and I think there could be a falling out. There could be a falling out, but reports are suggesting that Arsenal want to play Calafiori as a centre back. I mean, that's conflicting with what I think we should do, because I think Calafiori should be playing as a left back. But maybe we will get Calafiori as a left back. But reports are saying he's going to come in as a centre back. It could mean that Mikel Arteta could have a new system, a new formation that he wants to deploy this season. Maybe Mikel Arteta wants to play three at the back. He wants Saliba, Calafiori, and Gabriel Magalhaes. And then he puts Timber on the left back, inverting, and he puts Ben White on the right back, or playing as wing backs. Or maybe it could be a new system, new formation that we are playing. It was that system, in fact, that won us the FA Cup. So maybe Mikel Arteta was thinking along those lines of Champions League or another domestic cup this season. So we might switch to a back three for one of those competitions. But it is proper competition. Absolutely. Big up H. It's all good in the camp, bro. Yeah, no. I mean, people have made these wild assumptions online. But I'm just basically saying I don't think he's got anything towards Calafiori. But I do feel like where he's come from, Eredivisie, and he's been over here at Ajax. You know, some people ain't ready. Some people ain't always ready to take that step to that big club, whereby the level of professionalism is elite. You know what I mean? And that's where Arteta and Edu and everyone is trying to take this Arsenal. It's not, you know, this is not Arsene Wenger Arsenal of the last 10 years. This is not Unai Emery's Arsenal. This is a totally different Stan Kroenke Arsenal, mate. These guys have got a new uniform. They're trying to think like at an elite level. They want everyone thinking like Messi. That's what they want. You know, you never see Messi effing around. You never see Messi effing around, bro. You never see Messi laughing and joking, really. Maybe in these recent years when he's got older, you know, you see him get closer with, a number of players, but you know, you never see this guy joking and laughing. This guy's straight up professional, and that's how we want every single player here at Arsenal. Now, I'm not saying Timber is not that. I'm just saying that there could be some players. There could be some players in this team that might not be ready for that elite jump. You know what I mean? And they might fall off, man. They might crack. Can you imagine having players like Walcott in this team? Like, forget the technical side of Walcott. Think about the mentality of Walcott. He would have crumbled under this pressure. That's why we never won the Premier League with players like Walcott. Never. Come close to it, but never. Man will crumble. Ain't got the mentality. Can't step up to the elite level. But anyway, Timber. Let's see how Timber gets on. I'm looking forward to seeing how Timber gets on this season, man. You know, it's been a whole year. We haven't really seen him play. When we have seen him play, he has looked good. But this back four, I'm talking. This back four is talking world class right now. It's this back four. Paolo Maldini, the new age Paolo Maldini, stepping in with Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, and Ben White, Benny Blanco. Them shithousery videos of Benny Blanco that go around, they have me laughing. They have me in stitches daily. Benny Blanco, you can tell it, but you can tell Benny Blanco back in his day in school, he was one of the bullies. He might not have been extreme. He might not have been one of those extreme bullies where he's actually thumping man up and all of that. But I'm telling you now, Benny Blanco, in his school days, in his little circle of friends, and maybe still is to this day, he was one of those bullies where man were wary about being around him because they didn't know if he was going to do something stupid. You know, maybe put them in a headlock and hold them in a headlock for a minute. You know what I mean? And I do stupidness like that. You know, Benny Blanco. I can tell you, he just reminds me of one of those guys. Always up to no good. Always up to mischief, blood. Always. Proper guy, man. Proper guy. He's actually grown over the past couple of years. I was in the first season of Benny Blanco being here, I was unsure. I was like, why are we signing Ben White for 15 million, blood? You know, playing as a centre-back, he looked absolutely atrocious. I said, put him as a right-back, he'll thrive. He'll be so much better. He's played as a right-back and he's grown. He has demonstrated different types of quality there. But now it's like his personality is just here now, isn't it? The character of Ben White is fully here. He's fully comfortable. He's fully confident. You know, he understands his environment. He understands his surroundings. Like, this is Benny Blanco now. This is the Benny Blanco that his friends would know. Do you know what I mean? This is that type of Benny Blanco. The dark arts master. Do you know what I mean? Big up the gang. Come on. Big up the gang. In defense, we have mad depth. Mad depth. Now we need to sort out the central areas, and I think we're good. I think the central area and obviously the attacking. When I say central area, I do mean strikers as well. Obviously, they play centrally. But we need to sort out those central areas, and we're good, man. Another central midfielder, central centre forward, and we're good, man. We are literally good. There is no excuses. We have to win the league. And not only the league, we have to go and win something else as well. We have to go and win something else as well. So let's see what Arteta can do, man. This is the summer. This is the season he delivers. Arsenal they've dropped their valuation of Aaron Ramsdale. Their valuation now is 30 million. And I told you, man, they were going to soon wake up. You know, you got to listen to the guy wax with the facts. You know, I was telling you, man, from a little while ago that ESR is probably going to be the only player that's going to generate Arsenal a significant amount of money. You know, 30 million. I kind of predicted 25 to 30 million. We got 34 million for ESR, 27 million upfront. So straight 27 million plus 7 million in add-ons as well, taking the total deal up to 34 million. So, I mean, we have to kind of give credit to Edu and whoever was involved in that deal for getting that amount of money for him, because I did have, lower expectations for that one. But I still said at the same time that he probably would generate us the most amount of money. Some people would have probably looked at Aaron Ramsdale as being one of those players. 50 million for Aaron Ramsdale was what we were initially quoted, but 50 million is way too much, especially when the world already know what the agenda is. Like you can't go into a negotiation with your cards already on the table, showing your cards. Like it just doesn't make any sense. How do you win a game of blackjack when you show everyone your cards? Like you can't. Like it just doesn't make any sense. Everyone is going to preempt and nullify you, and in the negotiation process, sorry, you're going to have no leg to stand on, because teams ain't going to budge where they already know what your stance is on the player. Now, if Mikel Arteta and them lot would have approached the situation differently with Aaron Ramsdale, then we would have got 50 million for him. And I think we would have got 50 million for him last summer. Last summer, if you knew that you were going to sign David Raya, make him the number one, then at that moment, you would have had to in the best interest for the football club, in the best interest for in the best interest for the player, you would have had to sell Aaron Ramsdale instantly. Knowing how that was going to unfold, because you would have known to a degree how it was going to unfold, you would have known that you would have lost a lot of value on that asset, and that's exactly what's happened. So we're more or less going to break even with this Aaron Ramsdale deal. We might not even break even. We might even take a loss. We might even take like 22, 25 M's. A team might come in with a last minute loan with an option to buy for like 20, 25 mil, something crazy like that. It's, it's really dumb business, man. Really dumb business. I would keep Carl Hayne as number 2. Yeah, keep him as number 2 because he's never going to play. He's never going to play, bro. The number 2 at Arsenal is never going to play. Never. So there's no point like in trying to sign some big number 2. If David Raya is the number 1, then let him be the number 1. Whoever's number 2 just has to be a yes man sitting on the bench. I don't necessarily mind that because I don't really rely on saying that that's a bit bad. Even on Football Manager, like I have my number 1, my number 2, and my number 3s. They're not really that qualified. Do you know what I mean? But the goalkeepers never get injured, and they're gonna play literally every single minute. They don't have to do that much running, so their fitness levels are always going to be at 100%. You don't necessarily need to rotate the goalie. Yeah, Carabao Cups and things like that, you can play them. But in a position that we find ourselves in, we can't afford to play Carl Hayne in the Carabao Cup because we need to win the Carabao Cup. If we had won the Carabao Cup last season or we've won it over the past couple of years, then yeah, I would say let's start playing some younger players, especially the goalkeeper. Let's swap the goalkeeper. But that position for me is extremely vital. The moment you kind of remove the goalkeeper and you remove maybe a central midfielder, you kind of lose real balance to your team and potentially lose control. Goalkeepers are so important because they're commanding from the back. And then central midfielders are so important because they're commanding midfield and they're basically controlling and dictating midfield. As long as you have that, you win games. But if you change that, there's a chance, a possibility that you will lose a game. So yeah, I'll just say keep David Raya as the number 1, Carl Hayne sit as number 2. You're never going to play, get experience, and then once David Raya starts becoming inconsistent, we'll then look for a new number 1. That's how it's just got to work. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, man, big up all the real ones, big up DS Electronics, big up all the guys that are joining. Make sure we are hitting up the likes. David Raya, number 1, Aaron Ramsdale going to be leaving. 30 million is the new value. So let's see what Arsenal do. Okay, I'm going to keep this one short. I think I've got let's have a look. Gyokeres that we're going to talk about, of course. Fabrizio Romano has said that Arsenal are prepared to advance talks with Mikel Moreno's camp. I think we did share that one yesterday. Yeah, I mean, there's not much going on. Obviously, Calafiori just been revealed. That's going to be a lot of what's hitting the headlines, making the headlines. A lot of PR for that right now, as you can imagine. Jorginho, being one of the main magnets in attracting Calafiori. I mean, I think we could have signed Calafiori regardless, but you know, the moment Jorginho spoke to you, you know, a captain of Italy, a captain of, you know, in general, a leader in general, like, come on, bro, you're buying into that. So yeah, Calafiori was sold already, but Jorginho made it happen. And look, we can't say Jorginho was for nothing, boy. We can't say Jorginho was for nothing. I know he hasn't come in and won us a trophy, but he has come in and helped with, you know, bringing unity to our team. You have to agree with that. And he's helped us sign one of the best young defenders on in Europe. You know, if it wasn't for Jorginho, we might not have signed him, even though I'm compelled to believe we would have. But you know, we might not have. You never know. It's always a possibility, but Jorginho, you never know about Jorginho. This could be the season Jorginho helps us win the Premier League. Jorginho's never won the Premier League. He's won the Champions League. He's won the Europa League. He's won the. Did he win the Syria? He's won multiple trophies, but he hasn't won the Premier League. So maybe this is the season he does that. Facts. He got us Calafiori. Trust me, man. Calafiori, that's his guy. That's his guy, bro. That's his guy. And I've got a feeling, for some reason, I've got a feeling that Arsenal are going to sign 2 more players. Gyökeres, who we're going to speak about next, being one of them. But I've got a feeling we might pull out another Italian. Why do I have that feeling? I don't know. I've got a feeling we might pull out another Italian. Obviously, Mikel Moreno is there, and who was the other one that would be linked with? Fabian Ruiz. And we're not necessarily being linked with any other other central midfielders that kind of play in the position that they play in. But I have a feeling that we are going to be linked with, we're going to sign an Italian. Peppermint says, please not Chiesa. And that's the first name that actually sprung to my mind when I said that. And he was linked with us like last week. I never spoke about it because I wasn't streaming, but he was linked with us last week, surprisingly. So you never know. Anyway, let's move on. Last topic of discussion, guys. Make sure we are hitting the like button before we leave, if we are joining. There's a lot of emotional tears for ESR online, man. You know, and one video, I'm not gonna lie, there was one video that almost brought a tear to my eye. I actually retweeted it because I did want to share it, but I don't think we've got time now. It's too, you know, it was a very emotional, actually. What I'll do is, if you're in our WhatsApp group, I'll copy and paste it and put it in the WhatsApp group for you guys. But yeah, man, ESR leaving. He's leaving. I'm actually looking forward to seeing how he does out on his move. Not to say out on loan like he's coming back. He ain't coming back. I'm looking forward to seeing how he does on his move, because I've got a feeling that there might be some of us that will regret the sell of ESR. And I think that's going to be a conversation at some point this season. Oh, did you see what ESR done? Oh, ESR scored. ESR won them the game. ESR this, ESR that. Oh, we shouldn't have sold him. There's that debate. That debate is yet to be had, and it's going to be had this season. Yeah, it's going to be had this season. Just expect that. Just anticipate that now. Do you know what I mean? But I'm actually looking forward to seeing how he gets on, man, because I've always kind of believed in ESR, but I've been prepared to wash my hands of him due to the fact that you ain't had no minutes, bro. You haven't, bro. He started 2 games for Arsenal in 2 years. 2 games for Arsenal in 2 years. That tells you all you need to know. If this is Football Manager, I would have sold you a long time ago, bro. I ain't, you know what I mean? Even though I had you because I believed in you, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Anyway, 5 more minutes on Gyökeres, ladies and gentlemen. Then I need to prepare for a meeting. So, Gyökeres. What's going on with Gyökeres? I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. So yeah, it's been confirmed. It has been confirmed over the past 12 hours. The latest reports suggest that Sporting Lisbon. What video? I put the video in the WhatsApp group for anyone that wanted to watch the video. It was just like a video of guys on a podcast talking about ESR, and they put the emotional music behind it. You know, those TikTok videos. I've been so invested in TikTok recently due to the other channel we've got going on. Make sure you subscribe to our other channel, Wax Unfiltered. Some incredible content, some incredible audience that we've grown over there as well, man. Some real engaging community. But Yeah, like I've been invested in TikTok, and you'll see all the little emotional songs that they got behind these little 30-second clips, and they can pull at your heartstrings. I tell you that. And that ESR video that I've just put in a WhatsApp group, I've just put it in there 2 minutes ago, a minute ago. If you watch that halfway through, man, you're gonna have tears in your eyes, bro, because it's like, oh my god, that music, bro, that music. I'm telling you, it's gonna pull at your heartstrings. I bet he scores against us. Oh, I hope not. I hope not. Wax the Dean James tweet, bro. Dean James. Is that the fool that tried to argue with me online? That is the fool that tried to argue with me online before. Dean James. I just remember that name. It just stands out to me. Dean James. It seems like a fake name. Dean James. 2 first names. You can't trust a guy that has 2 first names as a first name and surname, bro. You do know that, innit? Dean James. That's what they say. I mean, that's not even a lie, bro. That's not even a lie either. Dean James. I don't trust this shit already, bro. Bruv, what's going on here, man? I can't see Dean James, bruv. I ain't seeing nothing about Dean James. Like I said, you can't trust a guy that's got 2 first names as a surname, bruv. Or he's got a first name as a surname. That make no sense. Dean James. Get out of here, cuz. True, the first name of the surname, if you know. That's what I'm saying, bro. Anyway, so what's being said about Gyökeres is that Sporting Lisbon are willing to accept a move of 60 million, a bid of 60 million pounds for Viktor Gyökeres. And listen, you got Graham Bailey telling you this now. We had, Charles Watson, whoever was telling you this a few weeks ago. But the real one, Wax with the Facts, was telling you this about 2 months ago. Come on, man. Sporting Lisbon. You really think Sporting Lisbon, with all due respect to them, are going to be holding out for 100 million? Do you understand the stature of that club? They're a massive club. Don't get it twisted, but we're talking about the financial stature of that club. The moment someone comes along and says there is 60 million, 50 million, you are going to be drawing, yeah? You're in negotiations. You're not going to be turning that down. You're not going to be saying, no, we need 100 million, or we need the release clause pulled or triggered, and otherwise we're not talking. No. They're never going to walk away from that, bruv. They're never going to walk away from that. So I knew the moment you went to Sporting Lisbon with 50 million, 60 million, budget, they'll be willing to do negotiations. And now, 2 months later, we're being told that Sporting Lisbon are willing to sell the guy for 60 million pounds. That gives them a nice profit because they only paid 20 million pounds for the player only last year. But maybe, just maybe, this is the deal that's going to get done. It's cheaper than the Kai Havertz deal. I can only assume the wages will be cheaper than the Kai Havertz wages as well. Viktor Gyökeres is probably looking at 150k, 160k. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to be that harmful to the wage budget. This should be an easy one to get done, man. Gyökeres celebration is the best celebration on the planet. That's what I'm saying. Best celebration is going to be the best player. He's going to come to Arsenal and he's going to put Haaland in a headlock, blood. He will easily outscore Haaland. In this team that we have, especially if we add Mikel Moreno to cook with Odegaard, or we add Fabian Ruiz to cook with Odegaard, this team enables Gyökeres to do more goals than Haaland. I swear to you, blood. I swear to you. Another thing we can look at, just to kind of make this determination, is the amount of chances that Arsenal created last season and the amount of conversions that come from those chances. And then look at the amount of chances that were created for Gyökeres and the amount of conversions that come from those chances. You will see that if you would have put Gyökeres in our team last season with Odegaard and these men that were creating the chances that they did for Eddie and Havertz and them, man, hey, Gyökeres would have done a mad thing. He would have done an absolute mad thing. He probably would have achieved the same amount of goals that he's bagged in Sporting Lisbon. He would have done about 49, 50 goals for Arsenal last season, blood. You know what I mean? It would have been crazy. And that's it. We need Gyökeres, man. We need Gyökeres. Come on, Arsenal, sign some players. Many of us think Gyökeres, Neto, or Eze are good players. For the Arteta outs, I've lost the tweet. It's going to get more loud or trending on social media if Arsenal's men's team don't win. Of course, we need to improve, man. We need to improve big time. Andrew says, get him in ASAP. Ain't going to get anyone else better than that available. Exactly. It's clear as day. You know, if you was going to spend 100 million on Viktor Gyökeres, you would be clueless, bro. You think Viktor Gyökeres is going to give you the same output as Gyökeres? No way. No way. It just goes to show you, at this moment in time, if you look at the striker market, there is no striker in this current market available that's cheap enough, even if they're not cheap enough, that's available to actually get you the goals that a Gyokeres can get you. Facts. The guy is phenomenal. The guy's phenomenal. But anyway, guys, it does look like Arsenal are pushing for this one. So let's see what happens. I will be back here tomorrow, 11:30, keeping you guys up to date. So make sure you join me. Obviously, it's more of just more or less just a little vibes. You know what I mean? Because Arsenal ain't as serious as we would like them to be. Gyokeres more clinical than Haaland, 110%, bro. 110%. You know, Haaland is lucky that he's got mad intelligent service. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's got the best connection. His connection doesn't drop. You know, like, his Wi-Fi is the best. No matter where Haaland goes, his Wi-Fi works clear. That's the type of service he's got. Do you understand? That's the type of service Haaland's got. Not everyone has access to that type of service, bro. Not everyone has a Rodri. Not everyone has a Kevin De Bruyne. Not everyone has a Phil Foden. No matter where Haaland goes, his service, his Wi-Fi is always connected. You know, so you put Gyokeres in that position. In my opinion, he outscores Haaland. He's so much more versatile, which means there's more opportunities that could be created. And because he's so much more versatile, there's more chances that can be taken. So there you go. Wax, look at WhatsApp I sent you, G. Oh my God. What's happened? Let's have a look. Oh no, I've got to download this. Is that you? Go on, Alex. My guy. Yes. I see it. All right, guys. Big up the real ones in the building. Big up Budget as well. Good to see you here, Budget. Big up my guy Alex. Big up Andrew. Andrew Hibbert. We've got a few. Some of you guys have got common names, man. I come into the chat and we've got multiple. Like Troy, I don't know any Troys. Actually, I do know one Troy from back in the day. But you've got about 4 Troys coming into the chat. And we've got loads of Andrews. And so I have to give out full government names. You know, them way there. So big up Andrew Hibbert. Yeah. last comment from him. He says, do you think he's defo coming? How sure do you think the probability of him coming? Oh, bro, that sounds weird. No, did he? Number 14 shirt as well. Look, to be fair, I actually think this is one that, you know, I'll say 75% sure at this moment in time. 75% sure. 75% sure that Gyokeres is coming. But look, man, I'm always here to be proven wrong. All right, guys, got to wrap this. Big up Elder, big up Andrew, big up Budget, Shax, everyone. Big up Peppermint Freedom. Big up all the guys that I can see at the bottom of the chat. Big up Comps, big up Andrew, Arsenal Avengers, Tope, everyone I can see here, man. Big up all you guys. Big up Robbo as well. Big up my guy Nathan Hawthorne. Much appreciate you each and every time. Yeah, hit that like button before we leave. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to the Wax Unfiltered channel. Link can be found down below. And guys, I look forward to seeing you lot on the next one. Peace.